you need to go in and take a look at reading section 2.3, which is about creating advanced advanced CAD sketches. And that's what we're going to do with all these other activities. So I'm going to go on and do that. All right, so now it's time for us to do activity 2.16. And we are going to learn how to trim during our sketches. This is an incredibly important thing to learn. All right, so we're going to make a new turbocharger flange with no cutouts using the trim command in this activity. Let's do it. So I've created a new part. I've called it A216, and I'm on MMGS for my units. And this says, let me actually just get my screen recording going here. This says sketch 4 circles of equal diameter. Make the distance between columns 112 and the distance between rows 228. Place the origin at the center. Although there are various ways to do this, I used a construction line, such as those shown at the far right. Okay. Or we could do as we did before, where we had a construction rectangle. All right, so I think what's being said here is draw a circle, draw another circle, draw another circle, draw another circle, and then line them up, line them up, line them up, line them up, and make them all 40 millimeters. That's what I think we're after right now. So we're going to do that on our front plane. I'm going to right-click on the front plane, hit Sketch. I'm going to make 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm then going to grab the center of this one, hold Shift, grab the center of this one, let go and tell it to be coincident. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Control Z that thing, and I want to make them vertical. I want to grab the center of this circle and the center of this circle and make it horizontal. I want to make the center of this circle and the center of this circle. Remember, I'm holding Shift, clicking both, let going Shift, getting the little relations. Okay, then I'm going to do these ones, make them vertical. And great. Now I want all of these diameters to be the same size. So I'm clicking the edge of all of them while holding Shift and then letting go of Shift and clicking the equal button. Then I'm going to come over here to Smart Dimension and make these 40 millimeters. And I'm also going to make the distance between these. What did it say? 112. And the distance between these ones, 228. And I got to get the origin somehow in the center here. So I'm going to construct a line from this center to this center. I'm going to make this a construction line. Going to find the center of this circle, the center of this line. Hold Shift, click the origin, let go, tell it to be coincident. Now everything's turned black because everything is fully defined. Excellent. Okay, it's fully defined down here at the bottom. Notice over here it still has a minus sign, but if I hit go on that, if I hit the check mark, then we are set. It's no longer underdefined over here. Okay, let me see if I'm still screen recording here on my iPad. I'm not. We'll go back to that if we need to. All right, so now I'm going to edit this sketch because I have some more things to put on this sketch. And I'm going to learn an important feature here in the third bullet. It's telling me to press S to access the sketch operations. Great, look, I can go down here and click line. And I want to go from here down to here. And I'm going to hit S again, get another line from here down to here. Great, I'm going to get another line, S, hitting S, going from here over to here. Excellent. Let's get one, these are all turning black. Let's get one that's not turning black. say we're not very precise in our grabbing, and we've done this. Okay, this one's blue, meaning it's underdefined. What I need to do then is make sure that this line and this circle are tangent to each other, which they are, and we can see that we just created a little problem. Okay, and let's see if we can figure out what that problem is telling us. Okay, we have all these things in conflict. Let's think for a second about why maybe they would be in conflict with each other. Why would they be in conflict? First of all, this line needs to be like coincident with, excuse me, this point should be coincident with this. So let me first tell it everything I wanted before we figure out what's overdefined. And also, I think that we know that a lot of what's on here we're not going to want because we're going to need to trim some stuff. But let's not worry about that yet. Let's read what the guidebook says. Use relations to constrain vertical, horizontal, and tangent behavior. Okay, first thing is I need this to be horizontal. Great. Oh, look, now it's defined. I need this one to be vertical. I need this one to be vertical. I need this one to be horizontal. I can see them on there. I need this to be tangent and this to be tangent and this to be tangent. And this one's not showing tangent, but I'm going to add it and see what kind of trouble it will give us, which did not give us any trouble. Okay, over here, let's get this thing and this thing to be tangent. Great, and this one's already showing tangent. This one over here is not showing tangent. So I'm going to make those tangent. And then this one over here is also not showing tangent. So let's make that tangent. So look, we've added in the relations that we wanted. And in so doing, we got rid of some of our conflicts that were there. I think we're ready to go on to the next piece now, which says, trim the circles so that only one quadrant for each remains. Use the trim command, the power trim option, and the power trim option by clicking and holding near but not on the line you want to trim, then dragging the cursor across the line you don't want to keep. Okay, so we're going to go into here. It's already down on power trim right here. The way power trim works is you just go over the stuff you don't want. Okay. I'm still on trim over here. And there we go. What just happened here? We are fully defined. You can see this is loaded with geometric relations. Horizontal, tangent, equal, vertical, vertical, horizontal, horizontal. They're just all over the place, but we have fully defined it. Its shape, size, and location in space, which is what is needed. So we're going to hit go on that. We are then going to go to the next step here, which says extrude it to be 2 millimeters thick and assign PTFE as the material. So click on that, go over to features, go to extrude boss base. Instead of being 10 millimeters, I want to be 2 millimeters. This doesn't tell me what direction to go, but I can switch it later because I know how to do that. And so do you, because we did it earlier. Okay, now we need to assign a material, so right click on material, edit material. PTFE is already selected, not assigned, but selected because it remembers the last thing we had done while working in the system today. Close that. PTFE is there. I can check to see if this is good by checking my mass properties, which I can do by looking at evaluate, go into mass properties, and this is 187.42. 187.42 is the correct mass. We are good. So that one worked. Close that. File, save.